Hey guys, I hope you are enjoying our Raspberry Pi Pico tutorial series. So in previous videos, we have learned how to interface an OLED display. Then we have interfaced an ultrasonic sensor and we have seen how ADC can be worked with a Raspberry Pi Pico. And this video, as you can see in the screen, that we are going to interface an LCD display. So let's get started. So we are going to print a screen on our LCD display. The connection is really simple. If you know how an LCD works and if you are a good follower of our website, then you might be interfaced an LCD with Arduino Uno. So as you can see here, I have connected the data pins in 4-bit mode. So this yellow and green wire indicate the data pins, and this is the power pins to power up the backlight, and this is the ground, and I have attached a potentiometer to the output of the brightness so that we can control the brightness of the string like this. Okay, now let's see the programming part. So in the programming part, we have two files. You can download these two files from our GitHub repository. I have mentioned in the documentation below. You can find the documentation link in the description below. So in the library, you can find lcd_pico.py file. In this file, we have certain functions to perform. So the important function is this setup LCD function. You can set up your LCD first to turn on the LCD, and this is the pulse E function. It enable pin of the LCD, and we have certain delay functions to provide the long delay in millisecond and microsecond also. Okay, then we have a function called set cursor. It will set the position of the cursor by mentioning the line and the position of the cursor. For example, we are using 16 cross 2 LCD. That means it has 2 row and 16 columns, so we can provide the position individually and we can provide the row like 1 or 2. Okay, then it will set the cursor at the certain position that we are going to mention. Then we have the display string function. It will display the mentioned string with respect to the position. We need to pass the row and column and the input string inside this function. Now let's see what inside the main function. Inside the main function, we are importing this lcd_pico library, and then we are calling the setup LCD function at first. Then we can call the display string and long delay function. To display the string at a certain position, we need to pass the cursor position with respect to line. Like I'm passing this welcome string needs to be print in the line number 1 and row number column number 0. Okay, just similar to this, it will print the 2 string into line number 2, and inside the while loop we have 2 string, one circuit and second one is digest, and it will print these 2 string in line number 1 and 2 respectively. Then we are using the clear screen function to clear the display, and we are providing a long delay of 500. Now let's see the working of this LCD. To upload the code, you need to save these both files. At first, you need to save the lcd_pico.py file. To save this, you can press the Ctrl Shift S of your keyboard. So I'm pressing this Ctrl Shift S, and make sure that you have connected your Raspberry Pi Pico with the laptop port. So I'm connecting this and pressing the Ctrl Shift S. Then you need to select the Raspberry Pi Pico and then name this file as lcd_pico.py and press OK. So I have already saved this file, so I am cancelling this. Then you need to save the main.py file. So the procedure is similar to we have done with the library part. So press the Ctrl Shift S and select the Raspberry Pi Pico and save this file as main.py and hit enter. Okay, so it has been saved in the Raspberry Pi Pico. So you need to just restart your Raspberry Pi to see the stream. So let's move towards the hardware part. So I am connecting the USB again. So as you can see, it is printing the welcome to in the line number 1 and 2. They're looping the circuit digest string within a 1.5 second delay. So thank you so much for watching this video. You can find the entire description or documentation in the below description, and you can follow our GitHub repo too to download the code.